That's right. We're back with even more predictions, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I haven't done this in ages. Okay, why do I feel like I missed? I don't think that I did. To be totally honest with you, I don't think that there have been any like major pay-per-views. I think that there has been more like mini pay-per-views. You know, like NXT Gold Rush and stuff like that. I think there's been more of that than there. Oh no. Well, did I miss Battle? I think I did miss Battleground actually. Yeah, but I think that was around when I was in the hospital, so I wasn't able to do anything about that. I think that's why there was pay-per-views. There just wasn't. See, that's what it is. There was pay-per-views. I just wasn't doing prediction. That's why it feels so long. Since I've done this, but you know what? I'm back. So we're doing AEW Forbidden Door, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, let's just hop straight into it. First match: Chris Jericho and Minoru Suzuki and Sammy Guevara versus Sting, Darby Allin, and To Be Determined. I really think it's going to be Sting, Darby, and the third person, just because, you know, whenever they do the To Be Determined thing, like, oh, who could it be? It's like it would be kind of weird to like have the surprise, the shock value, and then the person kind of like loses, because then it kind of just, you know, deflates everyone. And I mean, okay, I was gonna say it's the first match. It could not be the first match. I genuinely don't know. That's kind of the thing with these match cards, is you don't obviously know until like it starts happening. So yeah, I think at the end of the day it's going to be Sting, Darby, and whoever's going to show up, because again, it would just be kind of weird to have like this big like, you know, pop for like whoever's going to show up, and then like they don't do anything, or no, well, they do something, and then like, you know, at the end of the day they just don't win, unless it's like all for like heel tactics, like a sneaky roll up or like heel shenanigans with like his bat and that sort of stuff. So I mean, that could potentially happen, but I don't think that that's going to be the case. So I'll go with Sting, Darby Allin, and I don't know, To Be Determined. Next, we have Konosuke Takeshita, Shota Umino, and Blackpool Combat Club versus Eddie Kingston, Tomohiro Ishii, and The Elite. Is it Ishii or Ishii? I don't know. Either way, this match is going to be, I mean, okay, you know AEW. If you've watched AEW for as long as I have, you'll know that AEW doesn't do like regular multi-man matches. It's just get in the ring, smack them up, fall down, roll out, get in the ring, smack. Like, there's so many instances. If I had a nickel for every tag team match, not tag team, for every, yeah, sometimes tag team matches, the point is, a lot of the time, you have no idea who's legal, who isn't. You know what I mean? The referee, there should be like a 5 count. Referee stands there. It's a lot. So at the end of the day, man, gun to my head, I really don't know. It's really anybody's game. It could really go either way. Just based on who is in the match, and just based on like what they're gonna do, because that's, again, I don't think about who's gonna win. I think about the storyline moving on afterwards. So honestly, it doesn't really matter who's gonna win, because the storyline is still gonna continue, because you got all these people and all these different variables and stuff. And that's the other problem, is there's so many people in here. I'm gonna go with, I have honestly no idea. I really don't think Blackpool's gonna win. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I just have this weird feeling that Blackpool's not going to win. I don't know. I feel like I don't think Blackpool's going to win. So I'm going with Ishii, Elite, and Kingston. Ishii, Elite, and Eddie. I'm going with that. Next, we have Toni Storm versus Willow Nightingale for the AEW Women's World Championship. Toni Storm's going to win. This is going to be a great match. But I don't think it's Willow Nightingale's time, at least for right now. Toni Storm definitely like just won it, you know. Was it off the back of an injury? Technically, yes, but at the same time, I think that now Toni Storm definitely is going to have like a proper run with it. So I don't really think that Willow's going to be getting the win, which is fine. She's already the NJPW Strong Women's Champion, so like it's not really going to be like a huge loss. I know this match is going to be absolutely fantastic, but I think that the main thing that's going to happen, you know, with the spray paint and the heel shenanigans and all that sort of stuff, I think that's going to be the main reason why Toni Storm keeps the belt. So I'm going with Toni Storm. Next is Orange Cassidy versus Daniel Garcia versus Zack Sabre Jr. versus Katsuyori Shibata for the AEW International Championship. I would be very surprised if Orange Cassidy won this. I don't think that Shibata's going to win this, or Zack Sabre Jr., because then that would mean that they would have to switch around their dates and they would have to be showing up. I mean, if you've been seeing how the International Championship has been defended these literal last, like, 6 weeks, I highly doubt that Zack Sabre Jr. and Katsuyori are going to be winning this one. It would definitely be nice to see a new face, though, with the title. And if there's going to be anybody else who's going to be taking the title off of Cassidy, it's going to be Garcia. But I just don't think that that is going to be the case. I don't see it. I mean, if you put the guy in a battle royal and he still wins, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going with Orange Cassidy on this one. I think he's going to retain. I think it's going to be, and it's a 4-way, and you don't have to worry about anybody, whatchamacallits, and, the referee doesn't have to count or anything like that. It's no DQ. So it's just going to be absolutely wild problem child. So, yeah, I'm going with Cassidy retaining on this one. Next, we have CM Punk versus Satoshi Kojima for the Owen Hart Cup first round match. I think that Punk coming back and being in this tournament and being in the first round is a great way to get him, like, not so much back in the good graces. How do I say this? He wins. He's now in the tournament. You get to see more of Punk, and you also get to see him, showcase his skills, because it's been a long time, And somebody on Reddit was like, oh, we're getting Punk and Samoa Joe in the finals, semifinals, one of those. The point, I think, somebody mentioning that was definitely a good idea. Having Punk and Samoa Joe, smacking each other up in Owen Hart tournament. Now, don't ask me who's going to win between that. I don't 100% know, but I will say this: that is a pretty good shout, for further on down the line. So I'm not saying that that's going to be why Punk wins, but I think that that is something that they're considering, and that is why I think that Punk is going to take home the win on this one. So with all that being said, I feel like I definitely talked a little bit in circles, just a little bit, but I'm definitely going to go with Punk. Next is MJF versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the AEW World Championship. MJF's winning. Again, it's that whole thing of, like, the whole NJPW contracts and the dates and all that sort of stuff and the visas and everything. Like, I'm not saying that it's, like, impossible, but, like, it would be like if they gave the IWGP Heavyweight Championship to Jungle Boy. And I know that could potentially me be spoiling one of my predictions. It's in the same video. Who cares? This match is going to be great, but MJF is going to retain, maybe off of heel shenanigans. There's a possibility of that happening, but at the end of the day, MJF is retaining this one, so I'm going with him. Next, we have Sanada versus Jungle Boy for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Again, I was going to say Sanada's not winning. Jungle Boy's not winning. I mean, if you're not going to give the TNT Championship, right, to Jungle Boy, and you're not going to give your own World Championship to Jungle Boy, there's no way that Jungle Boy, unless Jungle Boy. Now, I could see more the AEW guys working NJPW matches, because that's happened before. You had Claudio do it, you had Moxley do it, like that is something that could happen. They go up there, they defend the title one time, they come back down, and that makes like a storyline. It's more plausible to have an NJPW guy come over, do a promo, and then leave than it is for an NJPW guy to come over like at least 3 or 4 times within the month to either defend the title or just be on TV. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? It seems more plausible to have AEW go to NJPW. 1, because the contract will allow it, and 2, just because it's happened before. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. Whether you know who's going to win or not, this is what I was talking about with the whole 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 man match with Combat Club and the Elite. It doesn't matter who's going to win that match. That's not the point. The point is the after and the during. That's what I'm talking about. So Sanada and Jungle Boy, that match is going to be great, but I'm going with Sanada. Next is Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay for the IWGP United States Championship. Don't ask me who the current champion is right now. I think it's Will Ospreay. I think. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with Will Ospreay. I think Will Ospreay's gonna win, and he's just gonna take the title and he's just gonna go back. That's the main reason I have for this, because Kenny doesn't need the title. He's again wrapped up in the storyline. The storyline doesn't call for the IWGP US Championship anyway, right? So he could just lose the title if he has it, which I feel like he doesn't. I've not seen it on him. I mean, I guess he doesn't really have a reason to walk around with it. I guess I don't 100% know. The point is, I'm going to go with Will Ospreay, either retaining or winning it. Either way, I'm going with Will Ospreay for the United States, for the IWGP United States Championship. Finally, our main event, Kazuchika Okada versus Bryan Danielson. I think it's going to be Okada. I'm going to go ahead and say Okada. You've got the top guy of NJPW, like the top guy of NJPW, and one of the top guys of AEW going at it. And this has been a dream match in the making for years and years and years. And I think it was supposed to happen last year, but Brynjolfsson, that's his name now. He got injured, so they couldn't do it. So they're doing it for this year. I could go absolutely crazy, stupid, sicko mode, right? Does anyone still say that? I could go crazy here and say that Danielson's winning, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it in my heart of hearts. In me, what's it? Mi corazón? I don't believe it. I'm going with Okada. I keep hitting the mic. I'm sorry. I'm going with Okada. I'm going to play it safe, okay? Because my job is on the line. I'm going with Okada. I just don't see Danielson winning. I know that I've said that a million times already, but for posterity, in case you haven't heard me, all right, I don't see Danielson winning. So I'm going with Okada. Who do we got? I got Sting, Darby Allin to be determined, beating Jericho, Suzuki, and Guevara. The match is going to be great, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be like, and here he is, and he comes out, even if it's Goldberg, like, it just seems weird to have him come out and then they lose. It just seems weird. I think Kingston, Ishii, and the Elite are going to win because they're faces. And BCC have already been like winning, in the whole Konosuke thing. I think that they're going to get very close to winning. They could win. There's a very, very good chance that they could win. But I'm going with the faces on this one. I'm going with the face team. Toni Storm is retaining the women's championship. Willow's already got the NJPW women's champion, the NJPW strong women's championship, and it just seems kind of weird for her to win the AEW women's championship right now. It just seems a little bit weird. Orange Cassidy is retaining. If he can do it in a gosh-forsaken, battle royal, right? He can do it in a 4-way. CM Punk is winning the first round. He's going to move on in the Cup, and he is going to meet up with Samoa Joe, and they are going to do battle. And I don't think, now, if you ask me, I don't think Punk is winning that. I don't think Punk is that would be nice, though. He comes back, and he immediately wins the men's Owen Hart Tournament Cup. But I don't 100% know. I can't see into the future. But Punk is winning versus Satoshi Kojima, and he's going on to face Joe in the tournament. I think that's one of the main reasons why they're doing this. So I think that I'm going to go with Punk. MJF is retaining the AEW World Championship because, again, you're not going to have an NJPW guy who hasn't even been here at all and only shows up via satellite, be the World Heavyweight Champion for your main company. That just doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'm going with NJPW, the entire company. I'm going with MJF. Sonata is retaining his IWGP World Championship against Jungle Boy. It's the same thing as the last match except reverse it. That's literally it. Omega versus Ospreay. I'm going with Ospreay. I think Ospreay's going to win, and Ospreay's just going to take the time and be like, all right, that was great. I want to give a shout out to everybody who decided to stop by. I'm leaving. I think that that's mainly what's going to happen. He's just going to take it back to NJPW, and he's going to just continue to defend it there. I think that's what's going to happen. And I'm going with Okada. That's my safe bet, and I'm just going to go with it because I don't want to lose any money, okay? My life is on the line here. There's a gun to the back of my head. Please help me. That's not YouTube. That's not true. It's not true. I shouldn't have said that. That's it. The video's done. I'm going with Okada. It's a safe bet. This match is going to be incredible. The ring's going to they're going to fight. It's going to be like Dragon Ball Z where they fight so much that the ring rises up out of the ground and everyone's skin turns white and everyone's just going to go absolutely incredible. It's just going to be crazy. There's going to be a dog in the crowd. The dog's going to start talking. The match is going to be crazy. But I'm going with Okada on this one. Folks, that's going to do it. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this video and has a wonderful tonight and a wonderful tomorrow. And always, big hugs. Big hugs all around.